Chapter 10. Automating Your Influence. Scale your voice. The bottleneck is you. We have spent 9 chapters building a high-performance engine for influence. You know how to strip away the noise, diagnose the pain, frame the narrative, and close the deal. But there is one problem left, a fatal flaw in the system. You. You are biological. You need to sleep. You can only be in one room at a time. You can only take 10 calls a day before your brain turns to mush. If your influence relies entirely on your physical presence, on you being on the Zoom call, or you standing at the podium, you have a ceiling. You are trading time for influence, and time is a finite resource. To truly win, you must break the link between your time and your impact. You need to clone yourself. This isn't sci-fi. This is asynchronous leverage. It is the final step in the masterclass. It is about building systems that communicate for you while you are doing deep work or while you are sleeping. Communication creates results, but automated communication creates scale. In this chapter, we are going to look at how to use video, content, and data to be in 10 places at once. We are going to turn your voice from a service into an asset. The case study, the Async founder. Let's look at how this changes a business. A startup founder was drowning in update calls. Every month, she had 12 investors who wanted to know how the company was doing. Each investor wanted a 30-minute call. That is 6 hours of talking, plus preparation time, plus the switching costs of interrupting her day. She was losing 2 full days a month just explaining what she had already done. She decided to stop taking the calls. She switched to asynchronous video. On the first of the month, she recorded a single 5-minute video using Loom. She pulled up the dashboard, she walked through the numbers, she highlighted the wins, she admitted the challenges. She ended with a clear ask for help. She sent that one video to all 12 investors. The result? First, she saved 12 hours a month. That is 144 hours a year, 3.5 work weeks given back to her to actually run the company. But the surprising result was the feedback. The investors loved it. Why? Because they are busy too. They didn't want to sit on a 30-minute call for 5 minutes of information. They watched the video at 2x speed while eating lunch. They felt more informed, not less. She built a reputation for transparency and efficiency. Her influence grew because she respected their time. This is how you win clients and investors. You give them high-signal information on their schedule, not yours. Tactical framework. The zero meeting update. How do you implement this? Look at your calendar for next week. Identify every status update meeting. These are the meetings where you are just reporting information. Weekly stand-up. Client progress report. Project review. Cancel them. Replace them with a video memo. Here's the script for a perfect video memo. Keep it under 3 minutes. The headline. Hey team, here's the update on Project Alpha for the week of November 24th. Bottom line, we are on track for the deadline, but we have one blocker in design. The screen share. Don't just talk, show the work. Share your screen. Let me show you the mock-ups. Here's V1, here's V2. Notice how V2 solves the client's navigation issue. Visuals anchor the message. The blocker. We're stuck on the API integration. Dave, I need you to look at this code snippet by Wednesday. The call to action. No need to reply unless you have questions. Dave, please ping me on Slack once you check the code. Thanks. You just replaced a 30-minute meeting with a 3-minute video. If you have a team of 5 people, you just save the company 2.5 hours of productivity. You guide the conversation by controlling the format. When you send a video, there is no rambling, there is no small talk, there is just the work. The system of self-correction. Scaling your voice isn't just about output, it's also about input. How do you get better at influence if you don't have a coach watching you? You build a data loop. Let's look at another real business example. A middle manager was struggling to connect with her team. Some people loved her direct style, others felt she was abrasive. She felt like she was guessing every time she spoke. She started a simple habit. She created a conversation log. After every high-stakes interaction, a negotiation, a feedback session, or a pitch, she took 30 seconds to write down 3 things. Who was it? E.g., John, engineering lead. What was my approach? E.g., direct, data-heavy, short. What was the result? E.g., he shut down, became defensive, agreement delayed. After 6 months, she looked at the log. A pattern screamed at her. She realized that every time she used a direct data approach with the engineering team, it failed. But when she used it with the finance team, it worked perfectly. With engineering, she needed to use the consultative, questioning approach. She adapted. She stopped treating everyone the same. Her team's performance improved by 40%. She didn't get a new personality, she got a data set. This is how you win clients. You stop relying on your gut and start treating your communication skills like a scientist treats an experiment. Tactical framework, the CRM for influence. You need to build your own log. You don't need fancy software, a notebook or a spreadsheet works. Call it your Influence CRM. Create columns for stakeholder name, communication style, example, like stories, hate small talk, visual learner. Triggers, what makes them flinch, what makes them smile. Before you walk into a meeting with that person, check the CRM. Oh, right, Sarah hates it when I start with the budget. She wants to see the creative vision first. This allows you to scale your empathy. You can't remember the preferences of 50 people, but your system can. AI makes you faster, not weaker. You can automate this. After a Zoom call, paste the transcript into your AI tool. Prompt: analyze the other person's responses. Identify 3 moments where they seemed most engaged and enthusiastic. What topic was I discussing? What tone was I using? Let the AI build your CRM for you. The content engine. Influence while you sleep. Finally, we have to talk about the ultimate scale, content. If you solve a problem for a client in a private meeting, you have influenced one person. If you write a LinkedIn post or record a podcast about how you solved that problem, you can influence 10,000 people. Most professionals hoard their knowledge. They think, if I give away my secrets, they won't hire me. The opposite is true. In a world of noise, the person who educates the market owns the market. The right ones influence many workflow. The trigger: every time you answer a difficult question for a client via email, stop. The extraction: that answer is an asset. Copy it. The polish: strip out the client's name, generalize the lesson. The distribution: post it as a LinkedIn update, send it as a newsletter to your prospects. Turn it into a 60-second video for social media. You are already doing the work of answering questions. You just aren't getting the leverage. When a prospect calls you and says, I saw your video about supply chain bottlenecks and it's exactly what we are dealing with, the sale is already 50% done. You influence them while you were sleeping. You guide the conversation before you even know who they are. Your next step. Here is your challenge for Chapter 10. Task 1, the video swap. Find one meeting on your calendar for next week that can be an email or a video. Cancel it. Record a Loom or use your phone. Send it. Measure the time saved. Task 2, the audit. Open a spreadsheet. Start your Influence CRM. Put in the names of your top 5 stakeholders. Fill in one fact about their communication style. If you don't know it, make it your mission to find out in the next meeting. You have built the system. You have the mindset, chapters 1 through 3. You have the tactics, chapters 4 through 9. Now you have the scale, chapter 10. You are no longer just a person with a job title. You are a strategic operator. You are an influencer. But we have one final thing to discuss. We have covered a lot of ground. It is easy to get overwhelmed. It is easy to listen to an audiobook, feel inspired, and then go back to your old habits tomorrow. We need to seal this contract. We need a final challenge. Conclusion: the challenge to lead. We've covered the psychology, the tactics, and the tools, but understanding the theory of influence doesn't change your bank account or your career trajectory. Application does. Here's your challenge for the next 24 hours. Pick one high-value interaction. Before you enter it, define exactly what successful influence looks like for that specific moment. Don't wing it. Use the silence, frame the narrative, listen to the data. Apply just one framework from this audiobook. Strategic influence isn't a personality trait you're born with. It's a discipline you practice. The difference between someone who communicates and someone who influences isn't talent. It's intentionality. You now have the playbook. The next time you speak, make sure you aren't just making noise. Make sure you're making an impact. Now, go get to work.